So you're just gonna stay in here with me, mamas? Good.
What's one yet? What do you think, Mr. Teddy?
Who dares disturb my slumber?
Oh, hey, Cax, what's up?
Silence. I do not know of this cat.
Hi. I don't know why you have to ruin my super cool entrance every time.
What entrance?
Ooh, is that a new drawing I see? Well, Benny, this is pretty evil. A lot of
Thank you. You know, I've been getting worse.
Hey,
I've been getting worse.
how about we pause on the evil drawings and do something evil?
Now that I think about it, I am actually running out of crayons.
For what? Just call up a tea.
But what?
What the hell do you want, Penny?
Hey, Tee-hee. Are you up to
Tee-hee?
Me and Cax are going to head out for the day. You want to join us?
No.
That.
She said yes.
She's.
Mom, I'm going out. Okay, honey, but be safe. Oh, be sure to take the dog out too while you're at it.
Hey, watch it, lady. Keep talking and soon you'll be the one of them. And I don't mean that in a weird way.
Now it's working. Thank Buddha for that. Hopefully Darren will stop by.
Finding the emails takes time, but not with Grammarly. In a few clicks, Grammarly's generative AI.
Okay.
Good morning, people of Killsville. It is a very lovely day.
Killsville?
Clear skies and even clearer smiles. Perfect weather for taking the whole family out for a walk in the park. We hope each and every one of you have an amazing day.
I think the animation is pretty unique.
That ever happens.
Oh! I did have to sew that, right? Okay, that was random. I'm just sucking on a slice of toast.
Can you just hurry up and pick something?
I can't. I'm indecisive.
Same here.
Well. Look who's being rude again. Another bad day per usual, hunty. Shut the hell up, Tic Tac.
Tic Tac?
I'm mad at you. Well, don't be. Be mad at the world instead. Look around. Aren't these people just sickening?
Ew. Yeah. With number 2. Ew. With acne and a fat ass that was running over a kid. You know, he.
They're still prettier than you. Hey, you take that back. We're going over there, Penny.
She still can't decide.
Hey, do you still have strawberry?
Ooh, I'm sorry, but we actually ran out a while ago. If you want, though, I can get you vanilla instead.
I like vanilla.
Here we go again.
It's playtime.
Just kidding, we actually do have strawberry.
Oh shit!
Hey, now that's more like it.
All right, put your hands up.
Why is the police officers blue?
Sisters.
You three have the right to remain silent. Anything can be used in
Court.
Hold on, I think I fucked up.
Oh my Buddha, are you? Oh my club.
Get them.
These sound so out of tone. I love it. Or out of. Damn it! God! Oh, sick! He just made his head into an origami swan. And where did she get the weird scissors?
Hey, chill out, guys.
And what is TikTok?
Something, the least you can do is read the rights.
Huh? He has no rights because he's a devil. You know, he has a halo.
Nice one, TV. Don't mention it.
This gives me like Billy Mandy and OK Kale vibes. Oh my goodness. Playing wallpaper. Oh! Oh, I thought that was his butt.
Bitch.
You bitch.
28 looking at cartoon. Try to get into my
it.
That haircut's free of charge.
How's he even alive?
Oh, look what you did. You ruined my nails.
You don't have any nails.
We should be worrying about right now. We've got a bigger problem on our hands.
Wow, these guys look like they want to hurt us or something.
Why does he have a candy cane?
As long as we're together, we can do anything.
As a weapon?
Isn't that right, Cat?
This is an awesome animation. Oh, come on. They just went straight to anime? Or is that it? Okay, that's what I thought. Is this supposed to be... This is a Sailor Moon reference. Okay. Oh!
Let's rip these to shreds. That wasn't me. That was Pat's time. I was there.
Whatever. Let's just get this over with.
Damn it, ad. It's only 5 seconds, though. All right. I need to go to the dentist. You know, there's something wrong with my teeth. Oh! Oh! So what's the point of this? Like, when she gets angry, she just likes to kill people? Along with her friend, Teehee? Yeah, for an animation that has silent music, it's pretty quiet. Which makes it more tense of the people getting killed. You're bleeding now. I don't know how you're okay. Okay, that's sick. That's sick. Using a taser? Huh, that worked apparently. So they're being put to jail. Why is there like a weird...
To be honest, for all the cops we massacred, serving a few years in prison is kind of a light punishment.
Yeah, I thought so too. Had it way worse. A few less cops in the shouldn't be a problem.
Can it just murder the cops still inside of the prison?
Penny, is that you?
Not at all.
Nah.
I get a cool hat.
Well, girls, after everything we've been through these past 8 minutes, I just want to say I'm proud of all the evilness we've spread today. Although you sometimes can get on my nerves, I think we're the beginning of something great.
This gives me like Billy Mandy vibes.
All the darkness in my heart,
Next. What could I get for you?
I could get slop, but I could also get slop.
Just get on with it.
Can I get strawberry?
Strawberry? Do you see any strawberry?
So that's where she got it from. What the heck? That was awesome. Wow, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. That was pretty cool. I mean, considering that this is supposed to be like kid friendly, it definitely does have the mature violence to it. I'm surprised for her, really. What's TDC? I do not know what that is, Stolas. I should know though. You just start out blame you, Dumbo. I know it's not for everyone. You know, it is hilarious though, because the thing is, I grew up with violence. Oh yeah, the view count, right? Okay, that's weird. It was 4 and now it's 3. Weird. Either way, I'm glad everything is working. And you need to look up the art of murder. Ooh, what's this one about? The art of murder. The art of murder. I think I found it. You know what's ironic? I mean, because it's animation, right? I'm surprised that YouTube allows stuff like that, which I'm glad that they do. Because I know how YouTube is so strict on you know, something that's graphic. People did reactions of this. This is interesting. It's a brand new indie animated series, so it's basically fan made, but it's technically not fan made. Chalk Chip Animation Studios. Why is there 2 dogs? And my dog wants to leave out of the room. Oh, let me guess. There's gonna be a lot of Easter eggs in this, isn't it? I don't know what this is yet. This came out 8 days ago. So this is by Chalk Chip Studios. It has 142,000 likes. Only 7,000 comments. Interesting. Actually, that's not bad. I'm sorry. I have a bad habit of reading comments. How many subscribers do they have? 88,000? Interesting. All right, I'll take a look.
What an impossible puzzle. You see, nobody wants to come clean. I'll track every route, every hint, every lead. Mystery will be revealed. One thing is certain. One thing is certain.
Are those supposed to be anime characters?
One thing is certain, one can clearly see.
That guy's cute, though. The boy with the bench. That looks like... Oh, he's cute, too.
Over this investigation.
The Art of Murder. Sketchbook 1, 26 hours earlier. Oh, there is Easter eggs. All right, I'm gonna do a lot of pausing, am I? So straight up, we just already started. There's Buzz Lightyear and Woody. That looks like Sasuke. I recognize a hot boy anywhere. And that's only 3 I found so far. There's gonna be a lot of them, aren't there?
You gotta practice your sword skills, Sosuke. Otherwise, you'll fall behind at the ninja store.
Sosuke. Okay, I was right.
And Princess Almond Blossom, this dress looks so good on you.
What the hell is this? Okay, it's amazing how do they, I always wonder, you basically design your art character and they're designing, how do they do that? You designing an art character within an art character that designs an art character. How do they do that? How? How long get copyright for this? That's why I'm gonna keep switching back and forth. Because I know they own this and whatnot. So the channels, yeah, okay.
Okay, Mom. Sorry I couldn't get it right. These are so hard.
The hands are hard
Try again tomorrow.
to draw.
Thanks for being my friends again today.
You know, as someone that loves art, this cannot be more accurate. Is that supposed to be My Neighbor Totoro? I never saw the anime, but I do know Studio Ghibli. And that's supposed to be Pikachu back there, right? Is that Link? Or is that Finn? I can't tell. That must be one of her pillows. Man, there's a lot of good Easter eggs. This is a good pilot. I wonder how long it took. It took about 2 years to do this. I can see why. This looks awesome. Wait, so basically her drawings are coming to life, right? So she goes to bed at 10:15. Noon, 12:01.
I'm so Pip is speaking so badly.
So, can you watch if TNO HOI4 had an anime intro and warning there's epilepsy warning in his anime intro about an athlete history and mod of the video game? I would love to, Darren. Yeah, I'll watch Top Frame down. Take a look.
Look at this amazing dress. Pip is becoming such a talented artist. And I've got it! No, this dress was designed exclusively for my movie sequel. Do you have any idea how many more dolls would sell just because of this new dress? It was marketing genius. Don't all the doctors for girls to my job.
Wait, what?
I want to show the world that 2D princesses aren't just damsels in distress anymore. Those new animated princesses need ice powers or fire powers to show off their strength.
Wait, what princess has fire powers? I know she's talking about Elsa, right? Fire powers. I'm not sure who that is.
But I'll do it with my business skills.
Business skills. He's cute. Oh, Sasuke. I brought a heavy knee on. Heavy what?
We should learn Japanese so we can understand what Sosuke's saying.
Yeah.
What if it's something really important?
It is important.
She's learning Japanese, you know. Maybe she wants to watch Sosuke's show without subtitles.
So Pip is the artist.
Animator in Japan. Did you hear she got an art award in school? Well, it's no surprise. Pip is so talented.
Maybe she might even want to be what's a manga called? I don't know what that means. I heard of it.
Last one to wake up as usual. Huh, Giorgio?
Well, beautiful specimens like myself need their beauty sleep. I'm not the most popular route in the PG-13 dating set. Ace romance, crimes, passion, for nothing.
I can't believe this actually shows your
You're getting cupcake crumbs all over my hot figurine. Please be more careful.
You're the one that
Majestic masterpiece.
you're the one that pushed her.
Clear your own figurine.
Dad, I don't want to risk messing up my hot figure. Pip saved up her allowance for 2 weeks to buy it. And besides,
There's another one?
Who else is waking up? I wasn't the last one.
1,
2, 3, 4.
oh, we're all here. Wait, could it be? Pip has drawn another character? Honey, soy sauce! A new character? We haven't had one.
Oh, so wait, okay. So wait. A manga is basically a Japanese variant of a wait. I just don't know what mangaka means, Darren, because I know what manga is, but not mangaka. And it's a funky pop. Really? The Police Neverland? I haven't seen that anime in a long time.
Whoever it is, it doesn't look like they know how to get out of the sketchbook.
So who's that?
What the fluff?
What the fluff?
There's no colors.
Well, new curse word. Instead of saying fuck, you say Fluff.
漫画の世界から来たのか。約束のフォーエバーランドのアニメが原作と違いすぎて、チップスの方が怒って漫画に切り替えたのか。
Oh wait, Darren. You know what? Come to think of it, I think there's something interesting. This popped up in my recommendations. I'll go to click on that video right here. Think you might be interested because I know you like learning about war and politics. That just popped up my suggestions. I'm going to take a look on that. Anyway, where was I?
Welcome to Pip's.
So Pip's next drawing must be a main villain. Yeah, I think that's what someone said in the comments.
What's your name?
You know, like, where are you from? Are you from who? A TV show?
Animeか?
A PG but sexy video game.
Oh, okay. Let me slow this down.
You know, like, where are you from? Are you from who?
So film,
A TV show?
TV show. That's interesting. So there's 4 different types of animations: a film, animated series, main anime, and game. Wow, that's interesting.
Animeか? A PG but sexy video game.
I don't think I'm from any of those. Wait, don't tell me. He's an original character.
LC.
Our Pip is all grown up and drawing her first original character.
What does that mean, original character?
Original character. Aha! His name shall be OC then. OC for original character.
Oh, see?
What does that mean?
惜しい。それはいい。
Okay. Oh, see. My first name. But I guess Pip didn't finish drawing you yet, did she?
No matter. We can show him the ropes without an arm. Young man, we as Pip's most favorite characters
He does it all the time.
welcome you to Pip's sketchbook.
Wow. You're Pip's favorite characters? Uh-huh. She collected those hot figurines of us too.
Right.
That's proof we're her favorites. Those statues are called hot figures?
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. Having your series made into a hop is the biggest honor a franchise can get in the human world.
Interesting.
That company makes so much money. Do they come to life too? Don't be silly. Toys don't come to life. That's crazy.
Woody, Buzz Lightyear.
Do you think that we could buy a hot figure of me too one day? Oh, no, dear. You don't exist as a hot figure. You're not even a real character.
Sorry, kid. You just don't belong with us like that.
Oh, I see.
But hey, as long as Pip continues to draw you, you'll stay alive. So, let me tell you all about your new life.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of Pip's sketchbook. Where we come to life. Where we come to life every night. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of Pip's sketchbook.
The song is really catchy.
When the clock strikes midnight.
Anyways, let me introduce you to our group. Kim, Jojo, and Lucy. Have you heard of the dating sim? Ace romance detective, crimes of passion. Let me tell you what I'm about, cause I'm the most popular around. Ace romance detective, crimes of passion.
Hey, see, I'm almond blossom. Feel free to call me Almy. I may look like a typical princess, but I'm my own business. I'm an entrepreneurial type of princess. And now, let me pass you on to Lynn. Nice to meet ya. I'm Lynn from an American cartoon. And did I ever mention I love cupcakes? Honey, so soft. And wait, I also love rainbows, sprinkles, donuts, and chocolate ice cream. So hard to choose. Honey, so soft. Anyways, let me pass you to Sophie. He's from a Japanese cartoon.
アニメだ、アニメ。だおし俺は宗介。これはそして川本。そして直本。ねえよ、やくやくさ。エビ兄ちゃん。
Don't worry, you don't understand him either.
I can see why it's got 1 million views.
Didn't you say welcome, OC? When pictures is his round over me? Cause we're just fan art, we're not hits or creation. But here, what if I'm replaced? Even worse, what if I'm erased? Cause we have flaws that we're all too shy to mention.
Fear losing Pip's attention, since I'm 2D, no dimension. I don't look like the new 3D princess. And it all seems like your interest, and I'm drawn like an old school 2D princess.
Everyone's forgetting those days. Tomorrow, what if people start joining me? Maybe we better be off.
What if we're not alive to see an artist who grows up to be?
6 a.m. Must all go down to the sketchbook before it wakes up. In order to keep our secret. It's time.
Oh, you gotta go to bed, sorry. Oh, hope you sleep well. I'm so sorry. I want to finish this up because this is really getting interesting. After that, watch the video requested. Sure, Darren. Wait, so she supposed to represent Adventure Time? I just don't know about the poster.
What the fuck is this wet stuff? I can't even eat this. It tastes like what does it taste? I think it's water. Well, why does Sophie get to be covered in chocolate cake? Huh?
Mud.
It could be mud cake. If mud cake tastes exactly like mud. I've never eaten mud cake before.
What's with all the racket? Some of us are trying to sleep.
We're trying to figure out why we're all covered in weird stuff.
My oxygen!
Ah!
It's okay. Thank goodness it's just you two who are messed up.
Hey!
What?
Oki could be messed up too! Oh yes, you're right. We should wake him up and check. Maybe the poor dear is stuck in the pages again.
What the page tore? Why is the page ripped out?
Could this have happened?
Did you? Me? Why would you think I did this? Well, yesterday you were talking about how you thought Osi would replace you. I mean, I wouldn't blame Pip if she stopped trying you. 2D princesses aren't exactly popular anymore.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Princesses were fine before that Ice Queen came along.
Oh, that's mean.
Ice Queen, and you know it. You're a 2D character too, you know. And you were also complaining about OC yesterday. And you were covered in water. Doesn't that make you extra suspicious?
Pretty much.
So, my show's so popular. In that case, some things that were covered in mud cake.
Adventure Time is isn't as popular. I mean, people still watch it, but it's not as popular, isn't it? And wait, oh, sorry, I feel awful to hear that. I don't know when that girl can't stop quitting. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry, I don't understand her. Honestly, like, shouldn't that girl worry about school? Honestly, I don't understand what her issue is. Shit, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Sorry, if you can remind me tomorrow, okay? Give me her username, and then I'll tag her, and then we can all make a message, because I know it's pretty late, right? That what she's doing, it is considered cyberbullying, and she can't keep up with this. Honestly, like, this girl, I mean, she's old enough to know what she's doing is not appropriate. So definitely let me know, and that way I could tag her username in the title when I do the live stream, and then we got a serious talk. I'm not sure if she's gonna appear, but it may work. So definitely let me know. So it's basically what's been going on is that Sorori, she has a friend, right, near her age. Well, your age, really, named Browser, that was getting, like, harassed by this 13-year-old, so to speak, right? Because she was encouraging her viewers just to harass him because, oh, he's 18, he shouldn't worry about depression, and it's weird. I don't know why his age had to do with it. And basically, she's doing her best just to actually spread the awareness, because she's worried that he would quit YouTube completely because of the way he was being treated. Same like similar to how I was treated on YouTube, that I even wanted to quit. And it's been happening, let's just say, of recently, so to speak. So sorry, that means a lot. That way I can make a talk about it, because this is not okay at all. I just don't understand why people think it's okay to bully. I don't understand it. Sasuke Next Generations? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You tell me this is like a rip-off of Boruto? He does look pretty cute on that thumbnail. Unless that's supposed to be him having a son?
Nobody watches that.
Calm down, everyone. If nobody wants to come forward, there's only one thing we know for sure. One thing is certain, yeah. One thing is certain, one can clearly see that someone in this room has murdered OC, and I'm taking over this investigation.
Wait, why are you investigating?
Because I'm a detective.
You saw crimes of passion.
And you all saw me wake up last, and I haven't been out of sight since. Clearly, I'm the only person here who's not a suspect.
Well, then by that logic, the person
Headless Basil?
the crime suspect. They could have killed OC with them. Albie was awake before me. Sosuke was awake before me.
Well, from that impossible puzzle, I can see nobody wants to come clean.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to decide which route I should choose. The water route, mud route, or the princess route.
I couldn't be a suspect. Princesses are never the murderers. They're always the ones being murdered.
Not always.
Daggers, spinning wheels. Seems like you just listed a lot of ways to murder someone.
Yeah, definitely.
I will investigate all routes equally. That's the only way to unlock every ending.
Yes, but...
Look, we don't have time to argue. We have to figure out who killed OC before 6 a.m. when Pip wakes up. If OC's not back in her sketchbook by then, Pip will be crushed.
Fine. Investigate what you want. But I'm only doing this for Pip. For Pip.
Very good. Then let's begin.
Oh, it's just a dog. Oh, cute.
It's only Weeaboo. What's that white stuff on his paws?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Wait, did they Sosuke's a murderer? No, it has to be
I think I just chose my first room.
Oh, come on! It has to be the dog, right? Because the dog must have gotten to Pip's sketchbook. Why is he being blamed? Why does the cute Japanese guy had to be blamed? Oh man. So a 2010 American cartoon girl, a 2000s Disney-inspired princess, a Naruto-like anime shinobi ninja, and a PG-13 anime-inspired dating sim detect? Really? And an unfinished original character sketch. Yeah, it's great. I wonder how long it's going to take them to do the next one. Oh, they got keychains? I would love to get one.
One thing is certain. One thing is certain. One can clearly see that someone in this room has burned no seed. One thing is certain.
Wait, Joey Beesinger? That name's so familiar. That Joey Beesinger? Is he a YouTuber? This was a great pilot. That's awesome. And I don't know what Bezos is gaining from this, but she needs to stop. Browser has been harassed long enough. Exactly. They reached 1 million 12 hours ago. How many views do they have now? 60,000? I think it's slowed down a bit. Oh, hopefully this keeps up. This is a great pilot. Ah, excuse me. But sorry, don't worry. We'll do our best to take care of it. Oh, you gotta go to bed in 10 minutes. I just noticed your comment just now. Oh yeah, that's right. Darren wanted me to look up something, right? Oh, excuse me. Let me look that up. Oh, I found it. Let's see. All right, let me scroll back to your comments.
Everyone, if you could follow me. Is it true this place?
All right, hopefully the live stream isn't freezing up too much. Oh, that's loud. Huh. Man, they make anything out of it, of like anime wise. I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised how fan made this is. That's pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, I think the comments are coming in a little bit slow. And Darren, you already commented? That's good. I'm surprised this is a warning for people that have epilepsy. I don't feel affected at all. Yet again, I don't have epilepsy. That's probably why. What the hell is this? Is this an anime? Oh, it came out last year. It's not that popular though. Oh, they're a gay couple. Oh, that's so cute. Are you kidding me? I think there were buddy daddies. Oh, that's stupid. It's like a what if Spy X Family with Denji and Aki racing a girl. That's pretty accurate. That's cute. Huh. That was cute. All right, I think all your comments are kind of catching up. My profile name is a certain orange veggie. What does that mean? What does that mean, a certain orange veggie? Oh, wait, you know what? I want to be off topic. Since we're talking about like bullying and such, can I? Or may I? Let's see. Because it's let's just say Houston, my state, right? I'm glad. What the hell is that? I might take a look on that. I watched like the first 3 minutes. It's really good. I'm embarrassed that he was born here in my state. Oh, you'll see who it is. All right, so at least all your comments are caught up. But sorry, I'm sure Browser's okay. It's just I'm sure he needs all the space that he needs, and that he shouldn't feel pressure to be back online. I do hope to Buddha that all this does to get pushed on him, because I know how it's like being pushed around. Is this the one I watched?
So that said, Japan handled this in a very interesting way. So they could have brought more charges against him. It was possible to levy more charges against him. However, what they ultimately ended up doing was saying, okay, we're going to have this one charge, relatively minor charge, right? You're going to enter into a plea, right? We're not going to sentence you. We're going to release you. You are going to have to leave. But because he was found guilty of that plea, he's now blacklisted for 5 years, right? So he's got a 5-year Japanese ban. So he cannot go to Japan. So right now, one of the jokes that Johnny was saying was, he's going to go to Jeju, which is an island. It's like Korea's Hawaii, right? Even if he went to Jeju on a boat, he couldn't go anywhere because the only options are China, which good luck there, North Korea or Japan that are right next to us, maritime neighbors. And he can't go to Japan. He's locked out. He's banned for 5 years. So a lot of people think Japan should have gone harder on him, but frankly, they do not have the volume of video evidence that we have in Korea. And Korea, this is something that folks don't know, as compared to Japan, Korea has a lot more CCTVs.
They do?
There's probably a lot more footage we're not even seeing.
Interesting.
Of Johnny Somali from different angles. That's not that he did not stream, because a lot of the footage we're seeing as YouTubers online is from Johnny's perspective during his own stream.
You know what? I wanted to say something. I hope that y'all can still hear me. I just want to get some tips, okay? Do you want to know why? Before I got evicted, do you want to know why I always would upload videos constantly? Like, do you want to know the truth? Like, do you want to know why I upload when I'm out? Like, when I lived in my castle, right? Like, when I go for my walks to Dartry or even, the grocery stores that I don't go to anymore. Do you want to know why I always would upload, and have the camera on? Like, do you want to know the truth? I hope to Buddha that this live stream is not being delayed, because the last comment Sorry Titan was, of course, right? So this map book is driving me nuts, because I'm not gonna start over again, because I know it's late for just about all of you, and I hope Dumbo is resting well. I see the timer moving. Hold on. As you all type in, I'm gonna continue hearing.
Mind you, every single store in Korea, everywhere you go, there's CCTVs everywhere, and I guarantee you, in this case, the police have pulled a lot of that footage, and they've proven that B&B has done these things.
Wow. Okay. So you think that things are going to be very different in Korea than what they were in Japan?
Very, very different. And also the fact is the prosecutors and authorities here are very aware of what he did in Japan. Okay. Unlike in Japan, where they really weren't aware of his history or his background or anything else, the judge, when he made a public apology, which he did in Japan, had every reason to believe he was sincere, because he hadn't really ever done something like that in another country, another place. After Japan, of course, we all know that he left Japan. And
Okay.
He left Japan.
So, okay, good. Both of your comments went through. So the reason why, okay, is because when you used to see my old videos, there's a lot of stuff that you haven't seen that happen on camera, right? You know how I would use the term, instead of filming or recording, right? I don't like those terms. Filming, well, if you're doing like a documentary. Recording is, well, if you're doing like a short vlog. Capturing a camera, it's like a documentary for me. I'm not sure how to explain it, right? Or, I don't know, like a diary, so to speak. I would get harassed by people that you don't know, or I would have like weird encounters that you would have not known on camera. And since my phone doesn't have enough storage, right? There is some consent state. What I mean by that, okay? Like, you can film anywhere in public. What I mean by one-party consent, I can secretly document, like, if you see my old videos, right? This is an Arizona habit here, okay? Compared to where Darren's from, it's a two-party consent, right? Unless I'm wrong, okay? Unless I'm mistaken. You could, like, what the fuck is wrong with this MacBook? All right, I hope that you can still hear me. It went down to 0 views for some odd reason. This MacBook gets my fucking nerves, unless there were bots. No, whatever. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm sorry, my MacBook is really, really giving me a headache. Okay, the thing is, and I agree with Solas, as long as it's no public disturbance. The thing is, in a one-party cassette, you could actually you could like, let's just say if you have audio, right? You need that person's permission. Like, you know how I would go to the store or whatever? I could capture on camera, or I guess you could say record conversation without the person knowing it. I don't need to ask permission. No. You know, I don't have to. Like, if I go to the grocery store in public, no. Right? Unless I'm not sure if this is correct on me, right? Because it's still public, but like if you're doing like conversation wise, I always would have like my phone on my pocket, right? You would hear me talking to like random people, right? Basically, I don't need to ask, right? And let's just say people don't really have issues with me pulsing either, even though I still got that common courtesy that I don't like to capture people directly because I think that's rude. You know, it's not. It's just because my social anxiety. That's why you would see that I always have the phone down, right? That's to be respectful, but you get to see what they look like, right? The thing is, basically, with all the troubles I went through, let's just say that from being sexually harassed, being verbally harassed, and being falsely accused of, you know, shoplifting and all, that's why I document so much, because I wanted to see how it's like when I would go out in public. Because whenever I'm done, like doing like a little diary talk, something happens. I either would get honked by a car, or I would get a friendly greeting by someone, right? Or I would see a tragic car accident. You don't know. That's why every time I would upload my videos, you always would see something happens in my neighborhood, right? And basically, I have a handful of incidents when I met people. Like, there was a cute shirtless guy that asked me if I was in high school, which is really ironic, right? It was a weird conversation. And then another one when, let's just say, okay, we're in my neighborhood, right? You would hear me bumping into people that ask me, do you do blues, which is fentanyl, right? Or offering drugs. And I politely tell them, I don't do that stuff. Sorry, right? You never know. So basically, when I go out for a walk, sometimes I would get harassed, right? I won't get stalked on by anyone. That's not what I remembered happening. Okay? But let's just say I did have some weird yet inappropriate encounters. And that's why I upload constantly. Plus, I like to share what's going on in my night. That's why I do that, because where I live, which is why I miss my neighborhood, that's what makes it so interesting. So much happens within like 3 miles away from where I live. Right? Every day I go for a walk, there's always something that would happen, right? Either I see a car accident, or someone that would give me like a free meal. You don't know, right? Finding a penny on the ground, finding like cool sunglasses that I still have. You don't know. And oh, we got a newcomer. Tate, hello. I like how you normally record, like you enjoy recording, taking a walk outside, going groceries. I'm really glad you think so, sorry, because I like doing that. So Tate, I guess you're new here. It's their nickname. Basically, this Floridian family they were homeless, right? They were the ones that stole my house from me. What I mean by that is that my oldest brother dated the mother, right? Because she has 2 kids. One was 17 that was going on 18, and then the other one that has special needs. You know, he was quite stubborn. That was near my age. He was 26, right? They lived with us for 2 months. They were supposed to pay $900 a month's rent because they had nowhere else to go, and we were struggling with financial issues because we had to pay our apartment monthly because it was $1,400 a month. It used to be, my mother told me $900, but since, well, a lot of people love my state, the prices keep going up. That's why we get a little bit stubborn and like, why are there so many people coming here? Californians, right? I love Californians, but a lot of us Arizonans don't, sadly, because of that reason. And other states, right? Because let's just say that it's like if you're invading someone's country, but not because of our rules and whatever that we actually have here. Some people don't follow it for some odd reason. And we're pretty strict with certain laws here, right? Like let's just say if you want to like kill a cactus, like a Sahara cactus, you gotta go to jail. I think that's like a felony, which I'm glad it is because it's sacred and other stuff, right? I'm just naming an example. And the thing is, they moved in on the 11th of June. It was like around 11:10ish or something. I know it was before noon. And they lived in my brother's room because my brother wanted to offer his room, right? Because I'm now in my mother's apartment, right? She has 2 apartments. The one that we lost because of those 3. That's why I've been a huge wreck ever since. Because my mother owns both places, right? She's been living here for quite a while because my older brother and I, we lived alone in that place for 4 years, but total is 6 with our mother because with our mother it was 2 years. So altogether 6, right? And my mother want to make a deal with her. Her name is Duana. I even have her face exposed on my TikTok. I don't know how to use TikTok, but it's my full name. That I could actually get this out very quick. Oh, damn it. Darren has to go to bed. Fuck. That's right, because he would go to bed an hour ago. But thank you so much for staying around, Darren. That means a lot. But yeah, of course. Absolutely. That's my TikTok, right? And if anyone needs to go to bed, go ahead. I don't want to keep anyone on hold here. I just like to just ramble of what I need to talk. So, Darren, I hope that you stop on by tomorrow, hopefully. And hopefully that Dumbo is sleeping well. I gotta remember though. I gotta try to live stream early. Like, all right. Well, okay. Wait, I'm still talking to Tate, but for the ones who're still here, when is the best time for me to live stream? I want to know because it's 10:13 Arizona time right now, right? Or I think it's Mountain time that we call it. I want to know so that I can make sure I can get prepared because I don't want to stream too late when everyone has to go to bed. So Tate, if I basically continue, if you're still here, they lived with us for 2 months, right? For June, July, and then they left around like the 3rd or 4th of August. I don't remember exactly the date. I know it's the first week. But the thing is that Joanna, which is my oldest brother's girlfriend, okay, she only paid the first month, which is July's month. She did not pay for August's month. And next thing you know, they were living in our roof for free for like 3 weeks, right? In the room that my brother gave out, my older brother, because I got 2 brothers. I'm the youngest. I had to clean up after them. I was practically their maid. I do have video as proof, by the way. I literally had to clean up their mess. I did not appreciate that. Not to mention, well, their mother would get a temper tantrum around me, and I did not appreciate that. She would get a little bit harassed. She would be verbally harassive around me. I know that's not a word. It should be though. Okay, because it's like it did happen, right? And I was able to speak up for myself. So basically, what really ticked me off is how she would always leave foods in the fridge. She basically, like, she would complain of how she's broke sometimes. But yet again, she would have foods that homeless people could eat that she did not touch, that I ate, because my older brother and I were struggling with the bills as it is. And I'm glad that she didn't eat those because I'll probably go hungry. And then next thing you know, after they driven off to their new apartment because she wanted to rush out of there, she could at least wait a little bit longer. You know, that way we would be stable for like another month. Because thanks to her, we were evicted in the last minute. Basically, the office told my mother, because her name was on the lease, that you have 2 days or you had to go to court. 2 days, that's not enough to pack everything, right? We had to rush everything in the last minute. So it was devastating because we had to give our key to the office and important items because my mother didn't want to take any risk for some odd reason. She even wanted to throw away glass bowls that there's something wrong with. My mother was a bit paranoid because, I don't know, it's a long story where my mother felt that way. And then next you know, I'm in this spot here. It's bad enough that I lost my channel though, but that's not important because YouTube they was treating me unfairly. But that's not as important at the moment. But that's how I got here because of those 3. So that's why I like to call them that because they think they could just make my place like a trash can, when clearly it was something that I've owned, right? And they're treating me unfairly. So that's basically what has happened. I never will forgive nor forget what he did. Not to mention my mother, I even have text as proof that she even wanted me to tell her that if they don't pay for the apartment or whatever to help us, right? She'll call the police, right? Of course, it was at the last minute. I didn't know how to react because I thought she probably would at least maybe still keep in contact with my mother, but she didn't. And then next, she wound up basically playing victim, right? Might as well be a Bonnie and Clyde situation that she didn't do anything wrong when she did. Because one, I had to clean up after the trash. Two, she did not give my mother notice that she wanted to move out. And three, they didn't want to pay $900 a month's rent. So that's how we got stuck in this situation for the past 3 months. And I've been doing my best to get justice for what that darn reptile did. Basically, that female balls, I like to call her, nickname her, so to speak. So that's why I'm in this situation, and saving up donations and whatnot. It didn't reach much, but I've been doing my best because it was a lot for me to take, considering that what has happened to us is unfair. Especially since it's my older brother and I were doing fine. We were struggling, but our mother was helping us. And then my mother would have made a deal with that family as long as they pay, which they only pay for the first month. And I was just treated as their maid. And then next I got wind up in this mess. And I still hold a grudge on my oldest sibling. He's dead to me. I don't want people to support him because he's the one who decided to basically date that narcissist. And not to mention, Duana, she is a certified nurse assistant, which makes it even more disgusting to think about because when you're a certified nurse assistant, you're supposed to be pretty clean, right? You're supposed to, to keep your job professional. And as someone that, a parent that thinks that she could just trash up ours, but I was the one living there by myself anyway, and taking their responsibility. It was really disrespectful because they were doing it under our roof. So I secretly documented her. I literally have her face. She don't like to be on camera. I have her face up on my TikTok. I'm not removing it. I want her to go to jail. Like I want, it should be like not a felony, like a misdemeanor. What she did, I really want her to go to jail. I do. And I'm not gonna forget what she did because not only my mother has went through a ton of depression because of her, my mother even told me that we almost could have lost our dogs because of her, because of how my older brother and I have to move here now or live here. The reason my mother said that's because since we're like the first couple months, we're doing so-so, right? My mother said that we were struggling bills for so much that we could almost been homeless because of those three. It's kind of ironic because they're homeless themselves and they took our roof for granted that we would have to give up our pups and we had to put them down. Basically, if no one would adopt them at a shelter, they're really healthy, we would have put them down. So my dogs would have been dead. I don't want to say they were killed, but it seems like it because of her. And I want her in jail. I want that woman in jail. She's a criminal in my eyes because one, you squatted our house when you had a roof under our your adult kids' heads. Two, I had to clean up after all three of you. Really disgusting. Driana, she basically did the dishes. Some of them. Still a lot of dishes I had to clean up. I didn't appreciate. And Trayvon, while he puts it to take out the trash, I still had to do that. Like, I'm not their maids. They're fucking grown for crying out loud. And, oh, it was just. It was really disrespectful because my mother worked so hard to earn that place. So that's why. I don't think Taint is here. I think he left. Well, hopefully he may come back later. Oh, Matthew, the video was in your recommendations? That's good. I'm surprised though, because I know that you were subscribed on this channel. I hope you've been doing well. But Yeah, I was splitting it to Tech because I thought he was here, but I guess he left. I know Darren had to go to bed. I know Suri had to go to bed. So I'm not sure where Stolas is at. So I understand why, because it's a little bit. I'm sorry for being off topic. I thought this was really important to talk about. So yeah, that's why I wanted to expose her, so to speak. I hope that explains it for anyone that's been sitting. I know Dumbo is. I just, after I was watching this video about this dumb streamer that was from my state named Johnny Somali, I thought I could just talk about my side of the story, on dealing with crooks and whatnot. You know what? I wanted to say something as an Arizonan. It upsets me how someone, I'm sorry, like, this makes me do not, like, are Floridians, like, fucking ghetto? Pardon my language. Sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I met awful Floridians in the past. Because, I don't know. It's like they want to bring the hurricane to our desert. I'm thinking, blame the family for this. I'm thinking, we are welcome. We are a friendly state to live in. We are, or at least we do our best to be. But other people in other states how to fucking ruin it. I'm thinking, you know what? In my mind, I wish that this is gonna sound wrong. I wish they got killed in the hurricane that they had. I wish they did. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this spot and I would never met them. Because honestly, I just don't understand why. I mean, because Florida is known as the fucking dirt pit of the country. I'm sorry, I know I'm being mean to Floridians out there, but man, they're giving me a damn good reason why. I know we got Floridians here, but those three are such an awful reputation. They say they're from here, but they lived in Florida. Like, what the fuck are they doing out there? I see them as Floridians in my eyes, in a way. So that's why I got in this mess in the first place. It's fucking disrespectful because we do our best to get by. We are not as laid back as people think we are. We are really busy, right? I mean, for Buddha's sake, we're above Mexico. You know how Mexicans are known for being really hardworking people. We're like that too. We don't have time to like relax. I mean, it depends, right? Certain times of the year that we do, but other than that, we're really busy people, right? Even though I don't do much, I still am occupied. And the way that my kindness is being treated like this, it makes me worried of how other people would treat me if they never visited my state before. I do not want anyone in my state to act like those three. I swear, if that's the case, I hope that they get banned in my state forever. Like, you're not allowed, like, if you come back here, you go to jail. Sorry, it's just, I had to rant because the way, I had to pass gas. Sorry about that. The way that I was treated by those three, I'm really, really, really upset. That's it. That's all. So I had to rant because I'm heated. After remembering all the shit that they have put me through, I'm fucking frustrated. Wow, he got 4 million about the... Damn, that's not bad. Wow. It is a good channel, though. Who's this Asian girl? Rotten Mango? So she also shared about what... Yeah, I want to share something. All right, since I'm talking about this already, do any of you, if you're viewing this, besides Dumbo, I know he's exhausted, do you have any YouTubers that you do not like? I mean, it has to be someone that I know, because I would love to cover up people. I know I cannot do like high quality videos that a lot of YouTubers do. It sucks. I don't have that type of equipment. This girl's interesting. Wow, I see why her channel went viral. She talked about Diddy. She talked about wow, her channel is doing extremely well right now. Wow, she gets like 2 million for each video. Oh my god, I'm impressed. Her shorts doesn't do that good, but this is the one. I always like to talk about crime related stuff, right? I'm really interested to talk about that stuff. There are so many YouTubers I could go in depth. I do not like. There's one I looked up. They're from Texas, right? I forget their name. I thought someone exposed the name on Reddit. I want to expose them myself because I'm tired of it. It's their name. My house is dirty, right? They did a ton of crime that they recorded. Basically, they would go to, let's say, not only Walmart but mostly at, I think it's called Kohl's, or no, Lowe's, right? Which is like the farming version of Walmart. My oldest brother used to work there, and they would use like a water hose just to spray at people as a prank. That's the sudden battery, right? And they would do this nonstop because they know they get views out of it. They would get a lot of support, and I don't understand why. They went to court, of course. I forgot the main guy, but his name, of course. But his buddy, his name is Red. They're both Mexican, by the way. He looked like he's like ginger, I think. They basically went to jail, but they got later released, and they need to go back in because they're going to be hurting more people. And I feel awful for any Texans to how to go through that, because I see many of their videos. And yes, I know it's hate watching, but let's just say it's like investigating. I watch a lot of prank channels, etc. And let's just say I've seen some stuff that I did not want to see. And it upsets me how I would get mistreated on YouTube, especially how I was treated by that family because, oh, I'm not important enough. And these people get away with it. This is why I like watching these channels, because I have something to share. I have a voice, but people tell me, oh, you cannot speak. No, I want to speak. I want to speak because there's so much in my gut that needs to come out, right? So that's why. And yeah, I'm interested in this crime stuff or whatever, because I find it interesting. You know, especially since I'm not the one that is into like all fun stuff. I'm more of the serious type of YouTuber. It's been like that for Buddha forbid knows how long. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna take a look at her video though. Oh wait, I want to read one of the comments. As a Somali, I'm so glad you mentioned that he is a Somali. It's been really annoying seeing a man who is a Somali slap our name to his internet persona and drag our country to the mud. Right. Somalia is a beautiful country. It just sucks that they go through a ton of corruption. As a black man living in Asia, this is so heartbreaking. We literally try to live as quietly and as respectfully as possible, and this really ruins our reputation. Please, we just want to travel in peace without... Right. I agree with that comment. I just wanted to say, okay, why is all of these prank channels doing so well? It bugs me. Especially when they travel to my state. I'm sorry. Can I just mention a YouTuber? I mentioned him before, okay? I fucking hate him. I fucking hate him. I want him to go. I don't care if he's depressed. That doesn't give me any motherfucking excuse. His name is Lofi, right? He's supposed to be from Minnesota. That is supposed to be half Asian and half white. He's supposed to be 23 and he's supposed to be in college. I guess he's from Minneapolis, right? He basically travels with a black friend of his and a camera recorder named Dan. I seen the videos that they posted. Even the video that they go to the Walmart headquarters in Arkansas, because that's where Walmart is located, right? I still remember that video that they were dressed up as Star Wars characters and harassing the workers. Like, don't they know that it's not legal to film inside the headquarters? You can't do that stuff. You can't. And yet people still support that. Honestly, I'm sorry. I had to rant because I get tired that when I try to build a following and get my birds heard, people just ignore it. Okay? I'm sick of it because I feel like I'm not making a difference. This is why people are always thinking, Dion, why do you seem all tight? Because I'm stressed out. Do you want me to be fake? Like, oh, everything is fine. No, everything is not fine. Everything is not fine at all. That's why I get so jealous to see these YouTubers. I'm sorry for not reading any comments, okay? Because the thing is, when I do, I get distracted, okay? I'm trying to share an important story here. I get really, really, really upset that these channels do so well. And I do my best to get by just to share something inspirational, right? Because I don't have much to offer. I don't have equipment to do fancy editing and whatnot, or having a great voice. That's why people always click off my videos, because I don't sound similar to a Yale student that basically can read at a 16th grade level. I'm sorry. Okay? Blame my autism for it. Okay? I'm doing the best I can. And it just drives me insane. I don't know why I'm getting 5 years here. I know I'm getting bots for some odd reason. I know there's not many people on here just late because Darren went to bed. I'm so sure he went to bed. Brady went to bed. I know Dumbo's exhausted. So I just had to get this out of my system because I'm just fucking tired of how these people get away doing such, pity crimes and whatnot, or even more than that. And I'm the one that would get his channel just deleted by YouTube just because I just want to share like a reaction of a cartoon and such. I don't understand it. I'm going to click on this video. Oh, a Russian and black couple. Oh, that's pretty cool. Russian and black American couple. He encountered racism in South Korea many times, starting with taxi drivers asking to pay double the cost. Oh my God, that's terrible. I blame Logan Paul for normalizing this. Yep, Logan Paul. Can I just say something very quick? Logan Paul is to blame for this. Why do people, can I just say something? People can disagree with me. I don't fucking care. Okay? I don't give a Russian spin. Why do people still support that weirdo? Not in a good weirdo way. Honestly, I'm sorry. I read someone's comment. I'm glad they got 10,000 likes on it. Why do people support him? I still remember that incident that he went to that suicide forest in Japan. I'm going to read this comment. It's by Kenny G. Dude 101. I blame Logan Paul for normalizing this. People were upset about the suicide forest clip. I bet they were. But in the rest of his videos of Japan, he was extremely disrespectful. And next thing you know, he was doing a boxing match, so I've heard, with Mike Tyson. I don't understand it. And it only takes a few idiots to open the floodgates for the ignorant and pip. Sorry, I'm a fast reader. The real question is, who the fuck is watching a stream as a fan of donating? Who knows? No, it can't be children. It's just fucking psychotic adults. Well, yeah, crazy psychotic children too, but I did my full bachelor's in Korea during my human rights law class. I had the pleasure to meet 2 of the comfort women in Korea, and they told us their story. They were farm girls. One was adopted at 14, the other at 12. The old lady said they would use them so much she did not have time to eat. Some soldiers, she said, who were kind and felt pity on her, sometimes would give her his food, and she would eat while he did the thing on her. What? Oh my God, dude, are you kidding me? That's awful. I just want to let anyone besides Dumbo, and I'm sure Matthew, right? Because there's like 4 viewers. I hope you understand of what I'm trying to say on here. That's why I always wanted to call and do videos like this. His name is Ramsey? All right, this is her video, right?
It's the middle of the day in South Korea. South Koreans are busy. They're rushing to their next place. They're heading to work. They're grabbing lunch. They're picking up the kids from school.
Her name is Rot Mango.
Business. Except there's this one man, an American guy named Ramsey. He's looking side to side, maybe a time side. It just appears that he's up to no good. He's live streaming on his phone, and eventually, when he puts his backpack, he puts his phone down and props it up, the live stream viewers can see this female figure in front of Ramsey. And he pulls out his portable speaker, and he just starts blasting a song in the middle of a public street in broad daylight. The lyrics of the song go, "Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. I tried to call, but my pride wouldn't let me dial." It's a song titled Last Night by Diddy, P. Diddy,
oh, golly.
whatever you want to call him. The American man, Ramsey, he starts slowly walking up to the figure of that woman, and he starts stripping off his shirt.
What the hell?
Shirtless in the middle of the street, grabbing a bottle of
baby oil.
And he just starts smearing it all over his chest in broad daylight in the middle of Seoul. A whole crowd of Koreans form, passerbys. He's trying to rub his butt against the female figure. He's trying to dance all up on this female figure, rubbing baby oil onto her. And the Koreans are screaming at him in Korean. And he's screaming back in English. He doesn't stop dancing. He just screams back. And it seems like he's screaming more towards his live streaming audience. I think these people are about to call the police on me. But for what? For what? What did I do wrong? I'm just trying to show her love. Because of what? I'm trying to show my love to her.
Like what Diddy always says? Like,
Yeah.
Show some love?
Yeah, well, I think KPD said that mainly, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So eventually the crowd becomes very angry that he stops dancing with the figure of the woman. He puts his shirt back on and he sits down. This is all live streamed, and all of it would go viral in South Korea, making it to the news, making it to a congressional hearing, making him the #1 target for all South Koreans. Because the figure that he's rubbing baby oil on whilst playing Diddy's songs, I mean, the implication being very clear there, the woman that he's doing this to is a bronze statue. She is there to memorialize the hundreds of thousands of girls and women that were essayed and tortured during the war. Girls and women that were essayed 40 to 60 times per day for years.
What is
For the
essayed?
quote-unquote comfort of soldiers. This
Oh,
video will
dear.
go viral, and Ramsey will be hunted on the streets of South Korea. By day 35 in South Korea, Ramsey will have been beaten on the streets multiple times with busted eyebrows, busted lips. And the very interesting part is, he's not free to leave South Korea. The authorities have confiscated his passport. They're opening an investigation into him. He's stuck in South Korea, in a nation where he's being hunted for sport. This is the story of Ramsey Khalid Ishmael, otherwise known as Johnny Somali, the most hated American guy in South Korea.
See, I want to do videos like this. I love story time, but like in a crime way. I love stuff like this. I just wish I could like afford doing these cool animations or whatever. You know, that's what I like about these large YouTubers that cover up stuff like this. I've always wanted to do something like this.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support Palestine Children's Relief Fund. They are a volunteer-based group that provides free medical care and humanitarian aid to thousands of injured, abused, and abandoned children. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team. And we'd also like to thank you guys, our listeners, for your continued support.
I like how she does sponsors. Other YouTubers, it has nothing to do with the video. It doesn't. And this in the Palestine thing, and I love Palestine. Fuck Israel. From my language. I'm saying that with pride here. Not the Jewish people, just the country itself. I really appreciate this woman a lot.
Somali, but he has done a video.
Yep, he would be from my state.
They are not proud of and should not be proud of. And one last brief note. The American streamer goes by the name Johnny Somali. His Wikipedia page states that he's half Somali, but he has done a video where he states that he's half Ethiopian and Yemeni. It does
You
not appear that he's
serious?
Somali, and regardless, if he's Somali or not, many Somalis are frustrated that he's putting Somali as his username because it's making them look bad. And it's not even just like a small group of TikTokers being like, hee, look at this guy. It's becoming an international issue. So for the purpose of this video, he's Johnny Salami, if we are talking about his username.
Salami?
Like the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not Johnny Somali. I don't think that we should keep using his username. Additionally, I will be referring to him as his real government name, which is Ramsey Khalid Ishmael. His name is Ramsey. And he is an
He's
American
24.
national. Perhaps he
Yeah, he was born in my city. He deserves to stay there. I'm sorry, South Korea. I am. As a Phoenician that loves Asia, he deserves to get, he needs life in prison.
when he was younger. Honestly, I can't be too certain, but he does hold a U.S. passport. He's a U.S. citizen, and he's an American. We will be calling him by his real name, Ramsey Khalid Ishmael. So with that being said, let's get started. Do you know the game Where's Waldo? You look for...
Yeah, I call that all the time. That's my nickname, because the way I would match when I dress, people would see me everywhere like, hey, where's Waldo? I like being called that.
Busy crowd, and when you find him, you win the game.
Yep.
It's like a big game of hide and seek.
Yep.
This is taking place in real life right now in South Korea. But instead of looking for Waldo in the red and white striped shirt, South Koreans are looking for this American streamer named Ramsey. One netizen comment reads, Ramsey's biggest mistake was that he let South Koreans turn their anger into a game of Ramsey catch. When anger and gaming skills are combined, there is no country in the world that can beat South Korea. And Ramsey's trying to be discreet, or at least he's thinking he is. He's wearing all black, which during the colder months, most Koreans do love an all black look. It's sleek, it's
Interesting.
well, it goes with everything. It doesn't make you stand out. Ramsey's gone ahead and he's paired it with a black beanie. He's in a quiet part of Seoul, near a bunch of alleyways with his two friends, but that doesn't stop him from being hunted.
Two friends, are they American too, or?
One of them is an American. The other one is, I believe, a Korean national that got deported from America and was arrested in America for firearms violations.
Interesting.
Korean. The other one is American.
I
But
see.
they're all from America, so they
Yes.
traveled here together, right?
I think the Korean now lives there because he's been deported.
Right.
No, every single day that Ramsey is staying in South Korea, there is a bounty out for him. Albeit it's a rather small bounty, $770 for his whereabouts, but perhaps that's more insulting than anything. He's walking down an alleyway when he...
Yeah, because he's not worth much, right? Because he wants to be all known and like, hey, look at me, I want to be noticed, but I'm not worth much. So it makes total sense. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, damn it! I figured she went to bed. So Dumbo, you hate Miniland? No problem. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about Sori's comment. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I have his name written down. Right. And Logopod is a piece of shit. I agree. So Miniland, Dumbo. I know a lot of people covered him though, and don't worry about being quiet. I understand that you're exhausted. I feel off. I'm rambling because I know everyone. I get used to going like. I need to schedule a certain time because I know that everyone goes to bed around, what, 9 o'clock? I want to do stuff like this. I love the way she does her commentary. So the Japanese did that to the Koreans. Legal mindset, interesting. Thank you for mentioning the Philippines when discussing the pain of comfort women. You've been enjoying the commentary? I'm really glad to hear that, Dumbo. That means a lot. And Mafia, I'm glad you feel the same way about Logan Paul. I don't know why people still like him. I don't. I mean, after hearing about him on Twitter, I'm just thinking, why do I care anymore? You know, like, why is that man? Why does he even still have a YouTube channel in the first place? I just don't understand it.
They're coming for him, the Koreans. He starts running for his life because the streets are relatively empty. Nobody's out. There's nobody that he can scream to save him. And even if he did at this point, who's to say that they're not just going to jump in and start beating him too? Honestly, maybe he's thinking that. Maybe it's radio silence up here while he's running away. I'm not sure. But there's this big Korean man that's chasing after him, just running down the alleyway after him. And once he reaches Ramsey, the Korean man grabs the back of Ramsey's jacket and slams him over his shoulder, smack onto the cold street pavement, and kicks him square in the chest and face. The whole thing is being recorded, and once it's uploaded, I've never seen a whole nation of people so united in asking, why not more? Do it some more.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening right now? Why is violence being condoned? What is happening to the American Ramsey in South Korea right now? I mean, South Korea has a notorious bullying problem, and one that is in comments. Finally, Korean bullying problem pointed in the right direction. The whole nation is pretty much unanimously angry at Ramsey. He is the nation's punching bag. There's clips of Ramsey and his friend Gino, another American streamer, and they're walking down this other alleyway. They're both in real life streamers, IRL streamers.
Are they streaming on like Twitch or what's going on?
They got banned on
Kick?
Twitch, then they went on Kick, or at least Ramsey went on Kick. He got banned on Kick. He got banned from YouTube. He's on Rumble now, I believe. He just keeps getting banned. But they're both IRL streamers, meaning they like to go around and explore new towns or countries while streaming on their phones.
So it's kind of like what I do, but without the harassing part. So it's like vlogging, right?
Starlink to get cell reception. And they just like walk around different towns. I mean, most of them just have these long selfie sticks in their phones streaming in real time on the street. It's interesting because they're both streaming together. So you get two perspectives of the same incident. They're standing on the side of the street in South Korea, and it's nighttime. But it's still fairly early, so there's people everywhere. When, out of nowhere, Ramsey's stream takes a tumble. It's like he dropped his phone and it goes black for a moment. What the hell just happened? Just mid-sentence,
He got attacked.
Cut out his stream.
He got attacked.
On his friend's perspective, Gino's stream. Ramsey did not just randomly decide to drop his phone. He was standing on the side of the street when a man walks up to him, a Korean man, and just punches him, decks Ramsey in the face before walking away. Not even running away. He's walking away in the most calm manner, hands in his pockets, like nothing just occurred. Given zero context at all, if you don't know what's going on, you could say, if we live in a contextless, nuanceless world, just judging by this clip, this was an unprompted, unprovoked attack. You could say that, but the comments would read otherwise. Top comments read, Captain Korea.
Damn it, ad. This is getting good. I love her already. Damn it. Yeah, you and me both. Oh, you gotta go to bed 15 minutes, Stumble, no problem. I don't know why I got like 6 viewers in total. Can that person just stop with the bots already? Honestly, it's not gonna benefit. Anyway, and no problem, Dumbo. I think most of his followers are people who followed him years ago. Has he been on YouTube that long? Because I heard about him last year. Has it been last year? I didn't know he's been online for a long time.
Guy's name now. We love him. Someone buy the guy a beer. Perfect landing, good execution of punch. Now do it again. Translated comments by South Korean netizens read, because of patriots like that, the dignity of the country shall be maintained. Others read, he should have hit more. He should be honored with the Brave Citizen Award, actually. So what the hell did Ramsey do that would warrant all of this? Is it just because he danced with a statue? What's going on?
More than that,
coming to South Korea,
I'm sure.
Ramsey had gone on this world tour of sorts, just making Americans look bad. That is his whole thing. But his antics really start in Japan. He live streams himself out in Japan, harassing citizens, doing the most obnoxious, racist things, and because the world is depressing, he actually gains so much attention doing that. Versus when he's just out vlogging and showing off what he's eating, nobody cares. And
when was Japan?
End of 2023.
Was this the one that we saw
On the subway station?
Went to like an all-female...
Oh, no. So he's the one that... Oh, no. So he's at fault here. Or he's responsible. So he encouraged... I remember seeing that video. Oh, God.
Oh, that's a different man.
Okay.
No, these IRL streamers are ruining Japan.
That is crazy. So there's like this is a trend that people do.
And there are Japanese citizens protesting tourists. They're like, we actually despise you. Please never come.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, obviously, tourism is great in any country, but
Yeah.
not this type of tourism.
I agree.
Ramsey would go onto the subways in Japan and say that everybody is shooting him dirty ass looks on the subway.
They're not even giving him looks. That's the funny. Oh, golly.
All the Japanese people are aggressively mean and are racist. But it's because you're live streaming and waving a camera around, which, by the way, he keeps saying everyone's shooting me dirty looks as if they're all the problem. But they're not. Eventually, he straight up tells his own viewers that he's not trying to give the foreigners a good image in Japan. He's on here trying to give foreigners a bad image. He says, I'm not a role model. He also proceeds to call everyone in Japan an NPC. He will literally walk around live streaming saying crazy. These are all just NPCs out here. They're all NPCs, bro. All NPCs. Which, side note, NPC stands for non-playable character in games, like the ones that stand on the side, offering you a side quest.
So that's what NPC means? What?
When there were women that refused to be on his live stream, he made fun of them, saying that they didn't want to be on camera because they use too much filters. So now they can't show their real faces. Just being straight up racist and misogynistic. One could potentially argue that Ramsey himself is the one that could benefit from overusage of filters. But it
Oh, this is a long video.
From just being
I'll watch 8 more minutes of it. I love how long this is.
Parting another country's culture and norms. He will live stream himself walking into restaurants where everything is in Japanese because he's in Japan. And he starts aggressively shaking menus, pointing at the menu, saying everything is in this Mulan language.
What?
Yeah. He would walk.
And Mulan, she's Chinese. Oh man, if there was a rake, oh my gosh. Okay.
Getting drunk, screaming on the streets. We're here to destroy Japanese society. Drop a nuke emoji in the chat. Chat, drop a nuke emoji. But by far,
are you
the
kidding
most
me?
viral for all the wrong reasons clip of Ramsey is him sitting inside a subway car in Japan. There's a Japanese man sitting next to him, minding his own business, when Ramsey looks to him and says, Hiroshima.
Oh yeah, I remember that clip.
He looks confused because why are you just telling me a random city in Japan? That's like me walking up to someone and being like, Philadelphia.
Yep.
It's so random. He takes off his earbuds and he looks confused, and Ramsey double downs. You know Hiroshima? Yeah. Nagasaki? Now the man looks uncomfortable because yes, both of those places are cities, but also the two cities that the U.S. bombed during World War II, killing over 250,000 people, most of whom were civilians. And now you have an American. I mean, obviously the Japanese man at this point wouldn't know his nationality, but you can presume that he's an American, just sitting there asking him if he knows about these two cities. Johnny continues, why you do this? Pearl Harbor. Then he starts screaming on the train, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know why we do this to you, right? Because you don't know how to behave. I swear to God, you do again, we do again. Do you understand? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, we do again. Which none of the Japanese people on the train do anything. Because for one, maybe they just don't want to give him the time of day. Or two, I would honestly be kind of scared. Is he saying he has something on the train? Is he saying he's going to do it again on the train? It's a bit scary to even react. But one American walks up to him, a Korean American.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you leave this guy alone? Just leave him alone, man. What do you mean? The Korean American asks him, where are you from, man? I'm from America. You're from America? So am I. Yeah, you're being obnoxious, dude. You know what we do to you? The Korean American man is confused. What do you do? Because they're both American. We will do it again. Do what? Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Which is just racist on top of racist at this point. But Ramsey keeps questioning him that he's from America until the Korean American man says, I'm from Texas, buddy. But Ramsey continues asking him what his ethnicity is. I'm Korean. Then sit down, brother. Why don't you sit your ass down? Okay, then Korean War, you know what happened to you.
Freaking cool.
The Korean American man just tries to tell him, come on, you're being obnoxious. Leave the guy alone. Speaking about the Japanese guy. Korean War, North Korean War, you know what we did to you.
Korean War, North Korean War, you know what we did to you.
This is one of the first clips of Ramsey's to go viral. And once he realizes that everyone hates him, he starts live streaming angrily in the streets of Japan again. So prior to this, he's not getting much attention. This is the clip clip that blows up. Everyone on X is talking about him, and he's upset. He's live streaming. Everybody's mad at me. I don't give a shit. Don't take shit too seriously. More haters is more views. More views is more money. More haters is
7 years? Are you serious?
more money. You know what I mean?
Golly.
You get super rich, and that's how you fucking win or ignore me.
Haters are my motivators, you know? The more haters, the better. And I can just tell you, as someone who also posts on the internet, when you hear someone say that, that means they are very bothered. He says, the more haters, the better. The more viewers, the better. I love every single one of my haters, bro. You know what I mean? We don't know what you mean. Which is good, I guess, because Johnny will meet many of his haters. After that video clip of him screaming Hiroshima, Nagasaki, screaming at employees, calling the Japanese language Mulan language goes viral, he's still in Japan live streaming. Naturally, he starts getting confronted. A middle-aged man flicks him off and starts ramming his bike into Ramsey. Another time he gets confronted in an alleyway, completely alone at night, by a man on a motorcycle. Suddenly, big, bad, tough Johnny Salami on the subway, he's gone.
Hey, chill out. He's live streaming?
Yes, he's like, chill. I didn't even say anything. I was just saying what the chat told me to say. You know, I'm trying to make money. I'm just trying to make money. I'm just trying to make a living. The guy gets off his motorcycle and starts stalking him, walking behind him in the alleyway. He takes off his helmet. He wants to understand, why would you say that? Why?
Somebody give me money, and they said, say it. Well, so I said it on the train.
Somebody gave me money to say it. They gave me money, okay, to say it. Understand? I understand, but it's not good, the Japanese man says in English. Johnny then proceeds to tell the police, because he called the police on him, that the man threatened him because he's a member of the Yakuza, which is, again, just so bizarre.
You
There's
serious?
another incident where he runs into a Japanese streamer, Miyako, and he is so aggressive with her, just popping up, trying to interact with her. She's taken aback. She's streaming in real time on Twitch. And he warns her, oh, you just showed me on your stream? You know, on Twitch, if you even show the face of a banned Twitch streamer, you're going to get banned. Because you're platforming somebody that's banned. This is her livelihood. So later in the stream, she breaks down crying, which I was thinking about too. It's not even just he is threatening her livelihood and making her scared, but imagine being a Japanese streamer, and I think she lives in Belgium, but besides the point, she's Japanese, right? You run into this notorious streamer now for all the wrong reasons who has attacked Japan, and it's a feeling of, I should have said something or done something or told him it's not okay, condemn his actions while everybody's watching because I'm Japanese, this is what I stand for, but also how terrifying is it? You're taken aback because you weren't prepared to run into him and now you're scared and now you could lose your livelihood or everybody could be mad at you for not saying anything, but in that moment you were so scared to say anything and the pressure of it all is just coming down on her. Later she tweets thanking her viewers for being kind and she said, we worked quickly with Twitch staff to avoid having our account banned. I burst into tears because there was just so much going on, but I hope he leaves Japan.
Well, my time froze again.
He couldn't do anything even though he was right in front of my face. Thank you everyone for your concern.
Dama, I can still see your comments. It's just a couple minutes late. I know you got to go to bed shortly. I don't know why the timer froze.
Side note, Ramsey has apologized before in Japan multiple times. There is one clip of him bowing down, like a full proper bow, but I will say any apology he gives is pretty much fake. He
It is fake.
apologizes twice in Japan, but he's not sorry. He only apologizes when he's about to get beaten.
Or
He
caught.
only apologizes when he thinks he's about to get arrested.
That too.
And after he leaves Japan, he starts talking very negatively about Japan after his apologies. To give you context, one of his more known apologies in Japan came after he was choked out on the street by a stranger. So clearly, he's not actually sorry. But immediately after that, after his apology, he goes to Disneyland Japan, starts IRL stream, speaker on his shirt.
Oh yeah, okay. Good to know.
After that,
Good to
after
know.
his apology, he goes to Disneyland Japan and starts IRL streaming, which is first of all not allowed on any Disneyland properties. But he wore his speaker on his shirt so that his followers can donate. So
Oh
at certain platforms,
no.
when you have IRL streaming, you can have viewers donate in real time. If they donate a certain amount, they can have automated text or they can have some sort of sound song or some.
Oh, excuse me. Yep, the timer froze. I figured. I'm so sorry, Dumbbell. I know you gotta go to bed, though. If you can still hear my voice. Oh, I hate when this happens.
On his speaker.
Okay.
Now, a lot of streamers won't do that because you're inviting people to donate just so they can say very explicit things that you have to now witness and listen and everybody has to see you react to. It's just it's not the best thing to do, I would say, unless you have a really good community of people, which clearly he does not. But he wears this speaker on his shirt. His followers are donating and they're typing whatever they wanted to say and play out loud. And of course, naturally, the smooth-brained crowd of people, they keep playing things like Sucky Sucky, Atomic Bomb, and various explicit noises in Japan at the Disneyland. He would also go around moaning, quote, anime sounds, like stereotypical anime, really explicit type of noises, I guess.
He's making that noise himself out of his own mouth?
Yes, just aggressively making those noises in public while stalking high schoolers in Japan. He does ultimately get confronted by a group of Japanese streamers who find out where he's staying. He half apologizes, not really. He just states that he has autism, which I don't think he does. But
No.
also crazy. And because of the language barrier, they believe that he's apologized and they walk off. There's another incident where he's dancing on a crosswalk and a man, a stranger, just walks up to him and slaps him so hard across his face that his hat gets knocked off his head.
Oh, yeah, I saw that clip.
Traveling with this little minion of his named Gino IRL, a fellow American streamer. He is Ramsey 2.0. He's probably...
Dumbo, don't apologize. You're not doing anything wrong. I feel like I am because my stupid MacBook doesn't cooperate with me. Something is not right at the moment. I don't feel normal. I hope you don't feel sick, Dumbo. If you do, please rest and go to bed. I don't want you to feel pressure to be here. Hey, I'm back. Let's get myself a burrito. Excuse me. All right, so the stream is like a few minutes behind. You're still here, Matthew? That's good. So this is such a darn good video that this Korean woman did. I love it. I think she's Korean.
Stunts in Thailand. He actually tries the whole deplorable foreigner traveling in other people's countries and doing things that they wouldn't do dare in their home country type of act in Thailand. There's this whole bit where Gino tries it in Thailand, which is very I don't know if you can call it satisfying per se, but it's a very interesting clip of Gino. He's with Ramsey. Later that day, they separate and he's walking around. He's walking down this busy street in Thailand, and there's these rows of restaurants and tons of civilians eating dinner on the side of the road. He's live streaming while walking.
Right.
He says, I don't care what it is. I just want to... And he says, gut your ass alive.
What?
He swings to the side as he's saying this, out of view from the live stream, but he likely either pushed something or someone or pushed a chair, or perhaps he got into a stranger space that's just casually eating dinner at a restaurant. It's unclear. But Gino walks away after that because he just loves acting like he's so big, bad, and tough. The belief here is either the Thai people,
Which sounds good,
do not
yeah.
understand what he said in English, or perhaps they are just generally too busy to care for a speck of dust like him. I'm not sure what he thought was going to happen. I've only known my Thai friends to be very patient and tolerant, but not until you disrespect them, which I find this very disrespectful. He keeps walking, thinking he's this big bad boy, and when you see a glimpse from the screen, it's like the whole restaurant came out and they're following him now. There's like 20 people walking out after him.
So they fully understood what he said.
I mean, I don't know if they. I think so. I mean, most of them were speaking English, but also, you just don't do that.
You don't do that anywhere.
Looking very nice. I just want to love you. It's the body language, the tone. It was bad. It's like you want to fight.
I bet.
So he's walking away, knowing that there's a bunch of people following him.
He doesn't know until he finally looks at his screen, sees a bunch of them just following him, zoned in, zeroed in, staring at the back of his head, and he turns around and he starts.
Yeah, I didn't mean to destroy property. You don't do like I don't need money. I'm sorry. You don't need money. You don't do like this.
So it's like you punch Mario and you got money.
Oh, you did, Matthew? That's great.
I thought for the longest time it was a post edit. That other people were editing that noise in while re-uploading them getting decked in the face, but it actually happened in real time.
So it just matched.
I'm surprised he did create a Twitter.
He got punched.
Yes.
I only use it just to
And
contact
Johnny is
YouTube.
completely still processing what just happened. He doesn't try to run. He doesn't try to fight back. He doesn't help his friend Gino. Instead, Ramsey then gets knocked in the face. I'm so sorry. Johnny and Ramsey are the same person. It's just very confusing because all the research I did is like Johnny, but I'm trying to use his government name Ramsey because I feel like it's better for him to be shamed. And then he comes and decks Ramsey in the face. Ramsey, by the way, was not even trying to hide, was not trying to run, was not trying to help his friend Gino, was not trying to fight back. Ramsey just waits to get punched in the face. Ramsey then drops his phone, and you hear someone donate to the live stream as well. But people start donating, and they decide to do the text-to-speech donation. So instead of the Mario coin sound effect, you get an automated voice saying Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, while he's out cold.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
And then you just hear the claps of people nearby. They're clapping that these two were just punched in the face. Netizens have since commented on this video stating, dude, God bless that guy. Hit him so hard Mario got a coin. Another comment reads, as a Japanese person, I cannot describe how grateful I am to this guy. Violence is bad, but there is always an exception. I feel great. Another comment reads, the fact that some native Japanese people clapped when these guys got decked says a lot. If you know, considering how public situations are usually treated here. But what do you expect from this guy? This is the same guy where there is a video of Ramsey hitting on minors. He promptly titled this video, Johnny Salami becomes P. Diddy.
Oh.
Yes. And it's him live streaming on the street, hitting on girls. Finally, they ask the girls how old they are. They are 16 and 17. He lies to them that he's 19, but he's actually 23.
Dear.
And he says it's fine because the age of consent in that area is 16. He's
You go to bed, no problem, Matthew. I mean, Dumbo, I hope you sleep well. Oh, I'm hot. I mean, it's a chicken thing I'm eating. So I guess it's just me and you, Matthew. I cannot believe it. Are you serious?
promptly titled this video, Johnny Salami becomes P. Diddy. Yes. And it's him live streaming on the street, hitting on girls. Finally, they ask the girls how old they are. They are 16 and 17. He lies to them that he's 19, but he's actually 23. And he says it's fine because the age of consent in that area is 16. He straight up tells these girls he doesn't care how old they are because he's ready to go to jail. He tells the girls, I'm going to groom you. He
Oh my
says,
gosh.
I go to jail. I got wife number one and wife number two. I don't know.
Do they fully understand what he's saying?
Yes, and they're getting freaked out.
I
He's
bet.
kissing their hands. He starts trying to get their numbers and says, hey, call me Johnny 16, call me Johnny 17. I'm like P. Diddy, I'm like Epstein, I'm like R. Kelly. I don't care. Age is just but a number. You need an older man with some money. I'm not from here, so I'll take the chick and leave. Like Diddy, I'll get on a plane and leave. Like Diddy, and I'm out.
I take a plane, I leave, like Diddy, like Diddy, like Diddy.
Side note, he has also said about women before in the past that they are, quote, they are lower life forms only to be used for breeding.
What?
So they shouldn't speak. Regardless, it's probably one of the most painful parts of South Korean history. But it's also one of the most controversial because somehow it becomes politically divisive. Certain leaders of Japan have tried to big excuse being, where is the evidence? It's pretty well acknowledged by many that Japan destroyed many documents, including ones regarding the Comfort Woman station, so that's not really the best argument to make by these politicians. If you destroy the evidence, then you ask where's the evidence, it's not going to go over well. It's just not. It's also hard when 90% of the Comfort Women were killed so that they could not live to tell their tale.
And most of them are very, 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 very old now.
Yes, most of them have passed. There's only like a handful of them throughout Asia, and they're in their 90s. The UN's Global Tribunal on Violation of Women's Human Rights estimated that by the end of World War II, 90% of the quote women had passed during the war. We're talking hundreds of thousands of women enslaved, taken to remote foreign territories under brutal conditions, forced to be essayed with as many as 40 soldiers per day.
Oh my
If
god.
the women survived, they were ashamed to not talk about what happened. They were terrified. And many passed away from complications from the violent abuse that they endured, from the STIs that were left untreated.
Damn
Others
it.
self-exited. One of the survivors, Lee, she was running an errand for her parents when out of nowhere, a car pulls up on the street, stops, every door flings open, a group of uniformed men drag her into the car. She's 14 years old.
What?
She is then taken to a, quote, comfort station in the Japanese-occupied China, where she's forced to, quote, serve Japanese soldiers. Another Korean survivor, Kim, she was 15 when she was forced into a, quote, comfort station. She states that she was taken to a station in China for Japanese soldiers. So, side note, a little bit of history, because during World War II, Japan occupied a significant portion of China as well as most of South Korea. She gets to the station. She's asked for her age. She states she's 15. They don't care.
Oh,
Army
dear.
medics come to examine all the girls that are brought there, and they thought they were coming here to work to create uniforms for soldiers. Not that they had a choice even then. Japan is occupying Korea. During the war, they were forcing Korean men, just pulling kids, male kids, students out of schools to fight for the Japanese Imperial Army. They were pulling girls out of their homes to work in factories. Many of them were not taken to factories. They were taken to comfort stations, and even then, they had no choice. There's no such thing as no. They would strip the family of everything and exile them from Korea. Where would they go? They have no belongings.
I love this channel. I want to say the rest of this. I'm so glad I found her channel. This makes me really have so much empathy for Asia. Well, every continent, but mostly Asia at this point. So, Matthew, you said you contact YouTube on Twitter. Do they post anything on there, or is it just like a way to get... So, if I can explain it, it's mostly like customer service. Man, it took me 10 minutes to eat a burrito. I was hungry. Normally it takes me 20 minutes to eat. Excuse me. So, sorry about that. I had to stim again. What did they do? It's probably because of the damn spice. What did they do? Like other YouTubers that went through the same situation as I have, they only send you like automatic messages. So basically, like, let's just say that I want to tell them that my channel got terminated, right? And they're supposed to be like a human that works there, which is not always the case for some odd reason. Because they would give you like an automatic message that, oh, we hear you, or, you know, we'll get back to you if you send an appeal or something like that, when they always would deny it. And it's supposed to be a way just to contact them. Because I heard that when other channels lost their when other YouTubers lost their channel, that was supposed to be the easiest way to contact them. Because I did contact them in the past. However, though, it's extremely difficult to get it back. Unless you're a really popular channel, just to get exposure, right? That way YouTube would more likely check your child to know that they did a mistake in their part. I got this child deleted once for spam, right? When I didn't do anything. It was just a stupid error in their part. It was 2 years ago. And I think it took me 2 months just to get it back. I had to keep tweeting at them, tweeting. I think it's been a long time, right? It's either that or the Gmail. And then they finally was able to reinstate this channel. So I got lucky. However, though, the other channel that I have, when I only got one community guideline strike, I wasn't so lucky. And it would be different if I had 3, but I only had 1. And they don't have the right just to take out my channel because I didn't do anything harsh. In fact, so I did mistakes, right? But it's not like I do anything harsh that a lot of channels do. That do like actual legal stuff. It's just, you know, third-party content I did off of Hell of a Boss or whatever, right? Nothing extreme. You know, just something maybe clumsy that a ton of YouTubers do. And YouTube, they would have an AI, which means they would just use bots just to review those tweets. So basically, Matthew, their Twitter is Team YouTube. There's no space. And you can see it for yourself that there are other YouTubers like me, right, that went through the same situation as I have. Some of them will complain that my channel got removed for no reason. And you need to have an actual person reviewing this, not some darn bot. And some of these people will be more aggressive than I am. So that's basically what has happened, right? But sometimes I feel a little bit hopeless because YouTube, well, they're really stubborn, you know, when it comes to their page. And that's why it's been difficult to get my channel reinstated, because someone on Reddit, they went through what I went through, but they had to try every day for a month to tweet at them, telling YouTube I didn't do anything wrong, there was a system error, you know, I want my channel reinstated. That is basically what they did. And I try to do the same. You know, it can be a little exhausting because it's just a bot every time, which means they would send you an automated message, which doesn't make any sense to me. So that's what I went through, so to speak.
Money, no resources. Where do they go? The world is in a war. Nobody wants to take anybody. After the examination by the army medics, she tries to fight back, but they beat her. They essay her. There was blood everywhere because she was so young. She and a few other girls huddled together that night and thought, we can't live like this. Wouldn't it be better to not live? They tried to gather all the money that their parents had given them to buy 1 bottle of liquor, somehow smuggle it in, and they tried to self-exit. One of them was left unconscious for days, but they ended up surviving. And they thought, if we survived, that is a sign that we need to live and we need to tell someone what happened to us. She says every day they were essayed, sometimes from 8 in the morning till 6 p.m., noon till 6 p.m. There would be a line of soldiers outside. She says, quote, if there was a delay in one of the essays, the guy next in line would start banging on the door. It was continuous. It happened so many times a day that I lost count. By 5 p.m., I couldn't even get up. I could not walk properly. My entire lower body was in pain. At the end of the night, the medics would come and treat us where they felt we needed to be treated, and they would inject us with random shots. This was their lives for 8 years.
Oh.
When she was finally reunited with her family, she said, how could I have told them about my experience? I mean, Korea was in shambles after World War II. As a woman, I had things done to me that were unfathomable, so I couldn't say anything to anybody. They all thought I had worked at a factory. But eventually, because I didn't want to get married, my mother wanted to find out, why don't you want to get married? She pushed me to be honest with her. And the survivor devastatingly states, I confess that given all the abuse done to my body, I had a rotten body, and I didn't want to screw up another man's life being a rotten body next time. It should just be my problem. Eventually, her mother suffered a heart attack and passed away because there was nobody that she could tell either. I mean, you're talking about this is right after the war. I feel like we barely care about women's rights now. I mean, think about back then, and right after a war when everybody's in shambles, there was nothing she could do. Many of them have scars all over their bodies. One victim was beaten with a hot spatula on her chest. Many of them have severe damage and complications to their private areas. Feet that were permanently injured because they were constantly bound by tight ropes to be tied up so that they could not try to run. One Japanese military document that exists states some Japanese soldiers actually referred to comfort stations, which is already such a crazy way to refer to the war crime buildings as comfort stations, but they referred to them as public toilets. Some of the girls taken were so young that they didn't even have their menstrual cycles yet.
Are you kidding me? That's awful. That's evil. Black people image from the outside world looking in is low before that troublemaker came here. Now it's even worse. I agree. Older folks who don't use social media heard news about this guy too. Mind you, these people don't even watch a lot of news. If I got jump in the future and then find out that the reason is because of this guy and not me personally, I want to be mad at them. Let's say it's right. So, oh dang, YouTube doing the worst. Matthew, pretty much. It sucks, really. It really sucks. So when the Japanese colonized South Korea. Yeah, finally, as in Arizona, no one in Arizona claims this. Nope, we don't. He fucked around and is continuing to find out. He's definitely beyond disrespectful, and he won't live long if he keeps it up. Yep. I wonder why the other two viewers are. I hope they've been enjoying this live stream. Maybe they're just listening. I'm not sure. Well, since it's late, let me try to do a new poll and see if one of them would vote. They're just listening. This is such a good video, though. I don't want to finish. I'll watch it for 10 more minutes.
One girl taken from the East Timor area says, I was still a child and did not have my periods yet. She was forced to be essayed by 4 to 8 soldiers a night.
Are you
She was
serious?
forced to build a road. So she
What?
was used for labor and for abuse.
Oh my!
She gave birth to a baby girl at this station, but the military took the child away. She says she felt ashamed her entire life and is still waiting an apology from the Japanese government. One Chinese survivor saw her parents get murdered in front of her. She was gang essayed right there by more than a dozen soldiers on the spot beside her parents' lifeless bodies. She was 16 years old. After that, she was dragged away to this comfort station to be essayed every single day. It is estimated that many of the victims were essayed 40 to 60 times.
So essayed is basically like great. I like that. I like that word. It's really appropriate. Essayed. I like that word. It's a much better way to say it because I know how YouTube is yeah. Matthew, it's hard to tell because it's weird. It's harder for people. I think they're just using bots. I don't know.